Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Arena Gauntlet League match. As you saw by the thumbnail, today is match number 3 in the Arena Gauntlet League, and the deck you see on your screen is the deck we are running into that match. We've got a Jund deck here, headlined by Soul Immolation and Bitter Bloombearer in the Mythic Rare slots, 3 Dundulin Weavers in the Uncommon slot. We've got Abigail as well as Bristlebane Battler for a couple of rares here. So deck has a little bit of power. It struggles to go over the top a little bit, but you know, it's not too bad, and it performed relatively okay with all the graveyard recursion we had in our last match. Okay, heading into today's match, here is a look at the standings. You can look on the left and see the top 11 players currently in the league. Lots of 4-1s, a few 3-0s, and some 3-2s finishing out the top 11 there. And on the right is where we currently stand with our record of 1-1, sitting in 49th place with a decent tiebreaker of opponent match win percentage so far, but it is very early, so we will see if that can hold and if we can get a win today to move up those rankings. The win will have to come against NivMizzet042. This is their first match in this league, so they're sitting at tied for 74th with all of those others who have not played a match yet, and they are playing an Abzan deck against us here today. Their lifetime AGL record is 90-84 with a win percentage of 51.72, and ours creeped a little bit up towards 55.25. This is our first match head-to-head in the history of the AGL for the two of us, so we're going to see who can go ahead in that series. They don't have any badges, but we do have that finalist badge and an additional top 16 as well. NivMizzet well on their way to getting a badge here soon, I'm sure. So going to be their first match, our third match, so we've got an advantage of 1 extra pack on them. Let's see if it can help us see in the games. Looks like we get to go first again. I think this might be the third in a row here. And what do we have to start? It's pretty good. I mean, we've got 2 drops. We've got a way to get a third land if needed, so I think we can actually keep this here. So I think we will do so. Looks like he'll send it back. I'm expecting a black-based deck, probably black-white base here. Slumbering Walker, Tristan's Command, Twilight Diviner in the rare slot. Multa 5, oh no. So Reaping Willow. A little bit of value-based black-white deck here is my guess, but we'll see. There's the Swamp and a Boggart. Alright, well, I'll lead with the Farrier, and then we'll see where I want to go next turn based on the turn 2 play. It is a Farrier of his own. Alright, don't think I'll trade. You know, I will actually offer this trade, though. I don't think I'll take it. Didn't think so. And I'm going to play the Watcher because it dodges the Boggart becoming or like blocking and sacking, or blocking and giving the counter to it. So I'm going to go with the 3/3 here. Obviously not going to block. And the turn 3 play is the Twilight Diviner. Okay. Okay, we did find the land. I think I'm going to play the Stompling over the Feardock Core here. I can attack as a 4 or a 5/4 Trample Vigilance. Could double block, but I think that'd be okay. We've got the Soul Immolation in hand with maybe a turn or 2 away from being able to cast it, but let's attack here. Wouldn't be shocked if he double blocked. I think I'm okay with that. So if something does have to get a counter, it's probably going to be the Stompling, and it is. Make 2 1/1s. And you can pay 5 to make another 1/1. Okay. Well, I guess we can offer the trade for the 2/1/1s here. Sure, I guess. I don't know if I should be trading this aggressively with the Soul Immolation in hand, and now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't be. But here we are. Ah, perfect. Okay, well, down goes my Fear Dock core. I can probably bring in my Chomping Changelings as well, knowing that he's got a Klacken Festival. Am I willing to trade Sneakling for Farrier here? Again, I probably shouldn't be trading with this Immolation in hand, so I don't think I will. Just gonna pass. Hold up the Archer here. Hopefully he doesn't play a creature with toughness 3. Because currently I can only blight 2. I guess I could blight 3 if I Soul Farrier onto something. That does have toughness 3. Okay, so if I Soul Farrier onto the Sneakling and then wipe their board, basically. Attack for 4, they go to 11. I've got 2 creatures left here, with a Zealot probably on the way. Conversely, I could wait to try to draw a Zealot, or a land, play the Zealot, but then they get like 3 or 4 more draw steps. And if I don't, I guess if I don't draw the land, I can continue playing spells. They're probably going to keep attacking me with the Watcher here. I think I'd be okay trading Archer for Watcher. I'm going to hold off on the Immolation for now, I think. Because if I can blight onto a Zealot in an amount that doesn't kill it, I feel like that's pretty good. So we're kind of looking for a land here. Yikes. Now I think I have to just probably plan to trade? No. Depends on how much comes my way. Because I can blight 5. That will then wipe their board here, but then I'm still just left with these 2 things. But it does deal 6 to their face, or 5 to their face. Okay, go to 6. Play a land. Now they've got a 1/1 factory here. Okay, so let's blight 5. Because we do need to get rid of this. Actually, no, well, so if I gave this an additional +1, blighted it, I'd be left with a 2/1. That would just trade with this, but like, yeah, it does keep me a creature around. It would just, yeah, it would just trade with the 1/1 that came off of that, but I mean, it leaves me with a creature, which I think is important here. I'm going to hold it back so it doesn't trade, because I do have the Farrier that can make it attack past a 1/1. No, the next turn, if they just hold up 5 mana again, they can pass it back. Never mind. That was a punt. I forgot it was already buffed. That's quite a good draw. Blocks my whole board, has lifelink, can get back a pummeler. No. Yeah, that was pretty good. So I just kind of punted. Okay. It's pretty good. It's actually very good. The Weavers are good cards. I think we'll get back Zealot here. Play land, play Zealot. And this doesn't do much because the Sneakling could attack into a 1/4 lifelink, so we don't care about that. This can get back Crossroads Watcher, Twilight Diviner. There's some decent targets in there. Alright, let's see what we find off Midnight Tilling here. Guess we'll take a Stompling. We'll pump that up, and they just have instant, or like infinite chumps here, which is going to be a little annoying. So I'm gonna bring in my changeling, chomping changelings, or at least a couple of them here. This factory is going to be difficult to get through. They have about 3/6 lifelink. The Zealot's just going to continually be chumped here. Just about every turn. I can't really attack through everything. I mean, I guess I can... And they can even just double block with the Willow and the Diviner, which is not very good for me. I mean, it does open up attacks with my Stompling, I guess? I don't know. Alright. Nope, they're just gonna chump. Pretty good draw. How do I get through this here? I don't exactly know. I think I'm killing the Reaping Willow if it blocks. That way these two things can attack into these things. Yep, let's do this. End of the turn. Okay, they get another 1/1 if they want it. I guess I can pump the Weaver attack with both of these here. Hold back Sneakling to block that, but then I don't have good blocks against the 3. The 3/3 on the backswing here. If I pump the Stompling, they could trade. Yeah, I think it's got to be Stompling. Okay. Now they still have their infinite 1/1 factory. That card is really good. Especially in these kind of grindy matchups here. Now I wish I had the Stompling back. It's still pretty good, though. They're 1 mana away from being able to activate this twice. I think I'm going to put it here because it can block all of these. Okay, gotta dodge some reach creatures and some removal for a few turns here. Okay, that is not reach or removal. It is kind of an annoying attacker, but I do have a lot of lifelink here, so that should be okay. Oop. Probably wanted to activate the festival. There's removal. Okay. That should hopefully not necessarily seal it, because I can get the Zealot back here. I can get the Stompling, but it's just going to get traded for pretty quickly. So let's get the Zealot. Get an extra card. Pump Abigail here. And then send it back. Land isn't horrible. That means I can activate Festival twice now. Still think I'm going to pump Abigail, though. Attack with these 3. They can quadruple block this, but if they do, they die to the Eulogist out of the hand, so... yeah, looks like they'll just kind of chump here. Sure. Okay, down goes Abigail. Can only activate that once now. Double block. I think it's lethal now as a result. Let's see. Attack. Let's say they make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they make 1, so they have 4 blockers. So they double block here. They have 1 more, 1 more. Yeah, that's lethal. Okay. Alright, so Klacken Festival is going to have to be... they also have a liminal hold, which is the O-Ring enchantment. So we're going to have to board in at least one of our changeling things. They're artifacts. They have a Wicker Maw, a Core. Yeah, so let's bring in 2 of those, I think. They had a good bit of larger reach creatures, so these Dream Seizers are not that great. Let's see. Yeah, there's the Pummeler for hire and the Pummeler, the Wildvine Pummeler. Is there something that's better than these, though? I mean, maybe just another, like, flash creature. And maybe a random equipment. I just don't think the flyers are very good here. Oh, I didn't make 2 cuts for the changelings as well. I guess those were the cuts. So then maybe I don't need the equipment or the 3rd archer. Yeah, I mean that seems fine. All right, let's run it back like that. Okay, on the draw, we got Battler on 2, Midnight Tilling if we miss a land, Farrier. Okay. Hopefully the Tilling can get us one of our other colors here. And hopefully the Battler can kind of go the distance. So if I hit a land, I'm probably just playing the Farrier. If I miss a land, I'm playing Tilling here. I think that's still the case. So let's get Farrier down. Pump up Battler. No attacks. Next turn, maybe I can Tilling, find a swamp, play safe right, pump this, get a 4. I don't know, we'll have to see. Luminolisk. It's a bit annoying. But I do have at least Embrace. Okay. Not bad. Ooh. This is a tough choice. Bitterbloom Bearer. But we don't have a second swamp. I don't think we can take that. So Chomping Changeling at the risk of missing another land drop. I think we take the swamp. We do still have Dose of Dawnglow, though. So let's just take the swamp. Play our creature. This will now start to grow as a result of us having the Changeling in the yard. And I don't want to trade this for a 2/4 here. So no attacks. I can use the Embrace to get rid of that, hopefully, and clear the way for what will eventually be a larger Battler. Now it needs to go to that, I think. Is there any reason to not pay the extra 3 here? I could Blight onto this. These can go away, but I don't have any other creatures entering anytime soon. I guess next turn I will. Probably be playing Bitterbloom Bear from the yard, and that'll keep growing this. But I don't have an extra way to use this mana right now, so it doesn't really do me any good. So let's just pay the 3, get rid of the biggest creature here. Would I be okay trading Safe Right for Luminolisk here? I think I would. Yeah, let's do that. That way, hopefully, Battler can grow. and get out of range of their creatures, maybe? What does Tristan's command do? Copy an elf, return a permanent, destroy a thing, +3/+3 for all your creatures. That's a pretty good command. Okay, I think I want it to be Bitterbloom Bearer here. I think. I mean, I'm hoping they just don't have a large reach creature again. So let's bring that back. This means I have to take 4 on the backswing. No? Okay. Just 3 on the backswing here. Go get a red. Alright, what was the Surveil to the top? What do we got? Reaping Willow, maybe? There's the Tristan's command. Yeah, that's rough. I see why they did that now. Okay. Okay, nothing we can't work our way through. The Death Toucher is going to be annoying here. I'm not sure what I can do about that at the moment. Okay, gain 3 life. Oof. You may cast creatures from among cards you own. So this isn't a creature. It is a kindred sorcery, but it's not a creature technically. That is though. More lands. Do I just have to kill the Dissident here? The Death Touch is really annoying. I mean, I can force this trade, but then I don't really have anything on the back. So I think I'm just gonna pass and hope we find a couple things off the top here. That makes the Wary Farmer be able to attack into the Battler if I don't play another creature. Can I afford to just sit here and do nothing? I mean, I've just been drawing lands here, so I kind of don't really have a choice. I think I can wait at least a turn. Another one. Yikes, that's a bit more of an issue. Okay, well... yeah, having 2 on the battlefield at the same time is pretty annoying. If I pump it, attack for 6, they can just trade with this. Then I don't really have good blocks on the backswing. I don't know how I'm dealing with this current setup. Now they could just attack with that, I guess, right? Because it's got Death Touch, can't really double block it. Okay, I think I'm just going to offer this trade here now. It's not great. They're going to pump that up to a 5/5. I do have the Fear.Core Core to block, to double block on the backswing, so things could be worse. Let's trade this off. Oh, they have an instant? I don't like that. Don't know what that could be. Could be a lot of things. Scarblade's Malice. Nameless Inversion. Okay, clearly they're baiting me into double blocking here. They might have an instant speed removal spell. The only removal I see at instant speed is Nameless Inversion, which would blow me out here if I double blocked. I don't think I can as a result. I'm just gonna be facing the same thing with fewer creatures next turn. If it is Nameless Inversion, I lose if I don't block. And they do have one. They also have a Thought Weft charge, which can give +3/+3. So I think I actually have to double block. There's 2 cards in their pool that can kill me right now. Yeah, I don't like it, but I expect this to not go well for me. But like I said, there's 2 cards that just kill me right now if I don't block. So I'm going to get 2 for 1 here. And indestructible. Yeah, +2/+0. I kind of got 2 for 0'd almost. Okay, follow-up is nothing. Unfortunately, I mean, I can save myself, but it's not super great. Okay. Not dead, but any creature followed by basically anything on my side that I don't draw does mean I am dead. There's a creature. And nothing. Alright, what did we do wrong there? It's just 2/2s were rough. Maybe they don't actually have as much reach as I was originally worried about. The Death Touch is really annoying. Tristan's Command got us there. The 4/2s are really not great in their matchup. They have a lot of 2/2s. So even like probably this random 2/3 Or this random flyer might just be better than a couple of those 4/2s. I have 2 archers here, but I can't get rid of all of them. I don't want to just play like 3/2s as well. It has the same problem. Okay, let's try that. Kept the 2 destroy artifact enchantment creatures in there just in case. We're up first with a Surveil on turn 2. I think that will just have to do here. They kept it as well. Alright, I will bottom anything that's not a land here. Well, it makes me play a turn off curve, but I think I have to keep it. And I suppose I get a red. How about what I would do for a Changeling Wayfinder this early in the league? That would be great. I don't particularly want to trade it off, but I think I'm just going to play the 3/3. This does force me to miss a land drop this turn. If I hit a land, then I can cycle. No, I can't even cycle and play a 3-drop, unfortunately. That thing is such a good card. Okay, I think I'm gonna let it go for a turn here. Go get a forest. Play the battler. And then attack. Okay, they're willing to trade. I think I need to Blight Rot that possibly right now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. Okay, no attacks. Not thrilled. 6 cards over here. Don't have a lot going for me. Just that random Wildvine Pummeler is a card I'm going to have struggle. Alright, Changeling. Hopefully we can draw land. We can get rid of that thing. Okay. The baseline of a 3 mana, or 3 mana for 2 1/1s is like still not bad even if I'm able to kill it, but I'm glad I was able to get rid of it. There's the issue. Four is not quite 5, so I don't know how to get rid of that. And this is only a sorcery. I'm going to have to try to double block and hope it works. I think that's really the only answer. And he does have an instant here, so this very well may not work, but gotta try, right? I think. Okay, so play your +2/+0 indestructible or whatever. No? Okay. Or a way to return it. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Because that thing's going to be like an 8/8. It returns a 0/0 that becomes like an 8/8. Slumbering Walker. What a card. I guess we get back the 6/5, but we are playing pretty far off curve here. I mean, I can get the 4/2, but like, what does that exactly do here? I'm not sure. It lets me block this thing, maybe? But this is the better long-term play. I still don't think they have instant speed removal. Oh god, if I trade for this, they could just get it back again. Oh man. That's so ridiculous. And if I don't, I just take 8 or whatever. Okay, so they just do it again with the Walker. I'm gonna have to force the issue, right? Okay, so just a couple free 7/7 tramplers like 3 times. That's got to be good enough, right? I can't necessarily do it this upcoming turn, but it gives me a 6/6 first strike lifelink flying, I think. Uh-oh. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is ridiculous. I can't kill any of this stuff. Alright, so if they have the +2/+0 and indestructible, I lose here. If I don't block. Conversely, I can double block, but then I don't really have much else going for me. Yeah, I think he got me here. This combo was too good. Yeah, he's got the +2/+0. Alright, so unfortunately we did lose, but these top decks and Walker and Adherents were Too good for me to handle, so we'll take the loss here. Okay, and we couldn't quite get through that value train there at the end. Some difficult recursive threats beating us there. So the top 11 is getting farther and farther away from us as we fall down to 1 and 2 here in week 1. Gonna need certainly a good return in our last couple of games to stay in it. We are down in 67th place. You can see those around us, lots of 1 and 2s, couple 1 and 3s, 1 and 1s as well. So we're going to see if we can try to recover from this slow start. But that does mean we do get a couple comeback packs. So let's take a look at our first here. We've got a double rare pack in our colors. Bloodline, Bidding, and Selfless Safe Right. Both pretty good cards in black-green. And honestly, this pack for the deck we're playing right now, I don't know if we would play the Bidding. I mean, probably so, but there's also Pummeler, Informant, Cavalry, Scout, and Grove Guide that would probably fit into our black-green value deck pretty well. So I'm leaning towards assigning this to my Lorwyn pool. Let's take a look at the second pack and see if that changes. There is a rare High Perfect Morcant. It's the only rare, but that's probably the only, really good card that would slot into the current build we've got with our Lorwyn pool. There's a Vile Bogger. There's a Changeling Wayfinder, which would be really nice for the pool, but I'm sure our Shadowmoor pool could use that too. Great Forest Druid would be nice. Graspling, fine. There's some good Merfolk stuff here. Liminal Hold. I've already sent some good blue and white over to Shadowmoor as well, so I think this choice is pretty clear. I'm going to go ahead and send this second pack to my Shadowmoor pool and the first pack to my Lorwyn pool. Okay, I've brought in our comeback pack into our Lorwyn pool here to rebuild for next week as well. Here are all the cards from our new pack, and honestly, I think the majority of them are probably making this deck. I mean, it's just a matter of how much red do we want to play at this point. I think we kind of need these red for removal. Didn't get any more removal, but Scout going in, Informant going in, Cavalry going in, Safe Right obviously going in. I think Grove Guide is going to be quite good. We got an extra Zealot here. Pummeler and then Bidding as well. So now we just have 8 cuts to make from here. So what has been consistently our worst performance? I think these Dream Seizers have not been very great for us. Got a lot of 2s now. I think we need to kind of lean into the whole graveyard thing, especially if you want to play this Bloodline Bidding. I'm not entirely sold on it. We've got like 10 Elves, 7 Kithkin, 4 Shapeshifters. So like it's very possible. And we do have a higher creature count in this deck too. Probably don't need 3 Zealots. I'd love to keep... Maybe I don't necessarily need the Boulder Dash on the splash. It is removal, but it's a little small ball removal here. I'm kind of liking all of these other 2s. I think the Wretch probably doesn't quite fit. I think I can cut the Boulder Dash here. The Dawn Glow is... It's been okay. I'm not sure how much I really need it. I mean, it's been... Like I said, it's been okay for us. What about the 3s? Maybe these Archers. The Watchers are probably okay. And obviously keeping the Weavers. I think the Informants are good for us. Double Tilling, Farrier, Abigail, Sneakling. These are all fine. Cinder Strike is good. Safe Right, obviously. Grove Guide, Pummeler. I have liked the Zealots. They also help fix us if we need to. Graspling is sticking out a little bit. Eulogist has been okay. Let's cut this Dose of Dawn Glow. Let's cut 1 Archer. Face cam in the way of creatures. We have 27 creatures out of, 30? 24 lands here. I have like 35 cards, so that's plenty of creatures, even if we cut 1 more creature here. The Archers have just been fine. I mean, this is a Shapeshifter. It can work with the Bidding as well. We have so many creatures. I think this Bidding's actually going to end up being pretty okay. if we're playing against a more aggressive deck, this is something we could sideboard out. Do we want 2 Zealots? Now that we have a Pummeler and a Guide and a Safe right now, we have a little bit more on the top end. I was worried about just playing bigger things and not having a lot up there. I think 2 is probably still okay, though. So I'm looking at, like, the Archer or the Graspling. Maybe I can cut the Graspling and bring that in against a flyer-heavy deck, lean a little bit more on the aggressive side with the 4-2, because I think we have a lot of early pressure if needed, and we have a few top-end plays that can really help us as well. As far as our mana, 56, 31, 19%. I think this is okay. I think 5 mountains. We still have the Fear-Dock core. I think that's important, especially this early before our... Well, I was going to say this early. Our mana fixing is not getting any better. There's just no mana fixing in this set, like, at all. So holding on to this. We've got a Druid. This can help us. 10. Still have 8. 10. I have 11 green sources for early plays. I think this mana situation is still okay. I might consider cutting 1 mountain for 1 more forest. But that would be the only change I would make. I do need double red here, but that's the only card I need double red for. And if I have 1 red and I draw a Zealot, I can get the other red. Yeah, you know, I think I'm just going to make this change here as well. And I think this is the what's the name of this trio of colors? Why can't I think of it off the top of my head? It's Jund. This Jund deck is ready to run into match number 4 for the week. I want to try out the Bloodline bidding. I don't know if it's actually super great, but we still have 9 elves, 7 Kithkin, and 3 shapeshifters, 5 druids. There's a lot of things that can get into the yard as well. So I'm going to give this a shot. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time here at Daily Draft.